All right, let's see how many people are coming in. All right, let's see how many people are coming in. How many people do we have? I'm a little early. I'm glad I'm early. Hi, everyone. I see four people in here. I see four people in here. Hello. Smile. I hope I'm saying that right. It's good to see you again. Hi, everyone. Hi. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and do so. If you want to chat with me, I am sitting here enjoying my drink. It's just like a lemon lime soda, nothing else. And I was looking behind me because if you can see right back here, these are two late Christmas gifts that I got, and I got like four of these. Okay, and I can't remember. They're not late Christmas gifts. Let me rephrase that because I'm trying to remember. What these two things are Christmas gifts that were given to me one year by students, and I got five, I think five of them. One, two. They must have been on sale at some store that year because I got five of them, and I found them in a tote um, while I was getting rid of, while I was looking through some totes that I had not looked through. And so I got like five of these gifts that I found in a tote that I had not opened in years. And so I pulled them out because I'm going to be using them. They're going to get used up. Hello, Mr. Ramen Noodle. Hi. It's good to see you. Let me see how many. Oh, we got 25 people in here. Wow. All right. It is 6 o'clock on the dot. I got in here early because I know this is the best time for all of you in my analytics that I look at. This is the best time that most of you are online. And so Chico is here. He is asleep behind me right now. He's not asleep. He's laying down behind me right now. He's doing well after his surgery. And today was the first day that we actually are taking walks outside after his surgery. He had his surgery on Thursday. Um, and then we started. I went and picked him up Thursday night. I think it was right around 6:30 or something like that when I went and picked him up. And it was 5:30. It was right around. It was right at dusk, 5:30 probably. And between 5:30 and 6:30, somewhere around there. And yeah, so I brought him home. He was still very groggy, and he was up and ready to go the next day. I was really really careful with him on Friday, and was not allowing him to exert too much energy on himself. And wow, we got 32 people in here. And I'm doing the same thing yesterday on Saturday. He does have pain medication that I give him every day. It's just a little tiny drop, okay, of pain medication because of his size. He's a tiny thing. And so I give it to him every morning, just like the doctor prescribed, the vet prescribed. And yeah, I paid for it. So, you know, the funding from these YouTubes paid for it. So we're going to make sure he gets it every day. It's only 4 days. So I'm giving that to him. Tomorrow is his last dose of that, and then he should be good to go. He is wearing a cone around his head, at all times for the next 2 weeks. 14 days he has to wear it. And the reason is because Chico is a licker. He likes to lick um he likes to lick my arms, my legs. He likes to lick things, and it's I call them doggy kisses. They're great, okay? But in this case, it's not so good for him to be licking his wound. So he's got to go 14 days with the cone on his head. And so that's the way it's got to be. And yes. Hi, Randy. Hi, how are you? You just robbed your nun? Okay. So he's doing really well. Like, I have to calm him down. He's not feeling pain. I can tell you that right now. He's not feeling any pain. And he is like prancing everywhere outside when we go for walks. Okay. He is prancing like a prince. Okay. It is so cute to see him. Um, oh, good. I'm glad you remembered, Tina. I try to make it a schedule so that people can schedule it. And I'm really meticulous about that. Like, I really am. And the reason I'm quite meticulous about it is because I know that I enjoy a schedule and I enjoy being on time, a little bit early if I can, so that we have plenty of time for everybody to get in and to enjoy the show. And so I am really meticulous about that, showing up at the same time every day on Sunday. And I schedule my whole life around it, unless there's an emergency. And even on the day when my sister was in the hospital, I was still here with you. And the reason is because I scheduled my whole day around this, all right? And so I'm like that. I'm like that type of person. And so it to me, that's what professionalism is. You know, you show up 5 or 10 minutes early. Now, when I was working, I didn't clock in, but I was always on time. I was always early. I didn't go to work until my scheduled time. I was real particular about not working when I was not on the clock. But I always showed up. I always showed up early so I can sit down and have some coffee if I want to have some coffee. Drink me a soda if I wanted to drink a soda. Hello, Cheryl. Hello, Bailey. I'm not sure what that means. All right. I stole Oliver Twist out her glass cupboard without a key. Not sure what that means, but yay for you. I don't know. Okay. All right. I wanted to go over a few things with you all. One of the things that I've been looking into, and if you're a senior, which a lot of my viewers are, I was always told that, you know, you retire at the age of 65, all right? But here recently I discovered that you can draw Social Security at the age of 62. And I discovered this through some research on my own. And you can start drawing your Social Security at the age of 62. And what I haven't completely done the math myself, but what I understand from what I see is that there's no benefit to wait to 65 to draw Social Security. There really isn't. If you can manage on the Social Security at 62, there's no real benefit of waiting in the long run. Now, here's the thing. Here's the thing, is that the longer you wait, the higher the monthly payment will be. That's true. But also know that from my research so far, I have not done the numbers and the figures myself, but the longer you wait, the higher, of course, your monthly um, Social Security check will be. But also, in the long run, it is the same or less. Okay, so depending on the person, it can be the same or less. And so, if you can retire at 62 with the comfortable Social Security that you're going to receive, I suggest you go ahead and do it. I do. And in what I'm not going to, okay, I'm going to let you know that I'm not going to. And part of the reason is because of the cost of insurance, health insurance. For me, it will be more, I will lose my health insurance that I have right now. So for me, it will be more cost effective because I found a good health insurance that is very reasonably priced and it's based on my income. And so if I take my Social Security now, it will bump me up to a new, it'll bump me up to where I won't qualify for this insurance. And so I need this insurance until I reach 65. So you do have to look at that stuff too. All right. So know that you do have to look at that stuff. So it was gonna get eaten up by my health insurance. The cost of, because I was a teacher for many years, we did not pay into Social Security. We paid into a retirement plan for most of the time that I was a teacher. The first few years that I did teach, I did pay into both Social Security and teacher retirement. But at one point, they decided that the teacher retirement was going to take it all and that we were no longer paying into Social Security. But because I worked before I became a teacher and I worked after I left the classroom, I did receive enough credits to draw on Social Security. And so I checked it. I asked for the paperwork and it was sent to me this last week. I'm not going to show you the numbers or figures because that's my business, not yours. But I am letting you know that if you are a senior and you're in your 60s to 65, you need to check that to see if it's going to be worth you waiting to 65. For me, it's going to be worth it. But for some, it's not. It won't be worth it. So check it. So that's one bit of news. Hello, nobody. And I hate to say that, but that's what your name is. I don't like calling you nobody because you are somebody. So, check into it. I tell people to check into it. When you're at the age of around 60, it is time for you to check on your retirement to see about your retirement and to see about drawing Social Security. All right. If you have a retirement plan, I had a retirement plan. And so I could retire at the age of 60, and it was no benefit to me to not retire at the age of 60. There was no benefit. And so that's why I did it. I could afford to manage on my own at 60 and not work. As a matter of fact, I left the classroom, and for 3 years during COVID, I did a job. I did a job that paid way less than what I made as a teacher, but it was very rewarding to me and it paid my bills. And that's all I'm looking for, is to pay my bills um, and to be semi-comfortable. I'm fine. All right. Um, and I don't mind going to the food bank. All right. I don't mind at all. It does not um, bother me at all to go to the food bank. And I'm going to tell you why. Because I live in Hurricane Alley, and there are times when that was all that we had. All right. That was it. That was all we had because we lost it. When you live in Hurricane Alley and your electricity goes out, all your refrigerator and your freezer and all that food has to go out. You either have to cook it, eat it, or it has to go out. And so when you live in the area where I live, this happens, every 3 or 4 years, all right? And you just pray when a hurricane hits that you're not going to lose electricity for, more than 48 hours. Okay. And so there were times when we were without electricity for several weeks, 3 to 4 weeks. And that means that the refrigerators and freezers had to be cleaned out. We cooked as we could, as much as we could, and we fed everyone who came to help us. All of the we opened that barbecue pit up and we started cooking meat, and all of the linemen, all of the insurance agents, they all came to our pit during hurricanes. We gave the word out to our town. If you are in here helping us out, you can come to this pit every day and get your breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And everyone in our neighborhood, everyone in our area was bringing their food that was defrosting out of their freezer. And we were eating well. We were feeding all of the people that were here to help us so that the food did not go to waste, and we had to dump it. And so as it thawed, that's what we did. We pulled things out of the freezer and we iced it down. All right. It is turning a bad situation all the way completely around. And they were there. I know that they were getting paid well to do it. I know that, but they were there and they were helping us out, and they were working round the clock, and they left their families just to come and make sure that we were okay. And the least we could do was to feed them food that would otherwise go bad. And that's why you see me do that a lot in my videos, is because I would rather give the food to people who can use it and help them save money on their grocery bills than to let it go bad. Why would you do that? Why would you let the food go bad? It doesn't make sense to me. So, I also want to let you all know that now that things are settling down in my house, I know it's been a good minute since I've been to the food bank. And there's been reasons for it. We had an ice storm, number one. Then it was raining on one week, where it was just torrential rains and would not let up. So I did not want to be out trying to bring the food in torrential rain and getting soaking wet, tracking it all into my house. It just did not make sense to do that. And now, Chico was in surgery this week. So Chico has to come first. And what's funny is that I had him scheduled to do surgery on Tuesday, but the vet changed the day and switched it over to Thursday and said we are only doing surgeries on Thursday. And so I didn't have a choice. I needed to make sure that he had the surgery done, number one, and number two, that he got the heartworm shot. Now, the video's coming up about this, and see, either it's been released or it's coming up, one or the other. that Chico was given the 6 month instead of 12-month shot. And the reason is because he's not old enough for this 12-month shot yet. So the next time, in 6 months, he will start his 12-month shot. And so, heartworms are a big thing here. We do really, 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 really have to be careful with dogs and make sure that they don't get heartworms. And so, I did that with Spice, and I'm doing it with Chico. It's going to be much cheaper with Chico then, though, because they didn't offer the shot with Spice. I'm not sure why they didn't offer it with him, but this shot it's way cheaper than the medication that Chico has got his whole life. I mean, that Spice got his whole life. And so, anyway, so that I've covered that. Now, let me show you also. I haven't done today's, okay? I didn't fill out today's, but I have been on the plan. I have been writing down everything that I eat on the plan, all right? Today I haven't filled it out. And this is more of a record than it is a plan for me. And the reason is because I'm pulling things that I need to use up right now. I have things in my pantry and my freezer that need to be used up. And so that's what I'm pulling from right now. Starting next week, now that I'm getting everything settled down, my sister is fine. That's another thing I wanted to address with you, is that my sister is fine. She's out of the hospital. And so once everything has started to settle down, I'm going to get back to going to bingo. I did not go to bingo in the month of December nor the month of January. I'm going back to bingo in February. I'm ready for it. I'm ready to go back to bingo. I enjoy bingo. And I have money on my account over there ready to do bingo. It's just I haven't scheduled it in. I haven't shown up. And so, anyway, so I'm ready to do bingo. And we do it twice a month at the senior center. And I'm also ready to get back to the body recall exercise class. I'm ready to do that. Although the walks are way more important to me than going to body recall because they are doing much better. My walks are better for me than the body recall. I still want to get out and do some socialization with people, with people in my community. And so that gives me a chance. It's free of charge, and it gives me a chance to get out and do some socialization with my community. So there's other events that are happening as well that I'm looking forward to getting out and doing with you all, but I needed everything to kind of settle down. And now that everything has settled down, I am going to start scheduling that stuff. All right. So I'm also going to start, I did tell you that I found some binders that I used within my classroom that I purchased myself. And it wasn't like a school that purchased it. I purchased it myself so I could keep binders of work that my students had done throughout the year, readily available to go to meetings with parents and things like that, so I can pull it up and say this is what they've been doing and this is where they're struggling, and show their work, like evidence, proof. All right. And so when I left the classroom, I took my binders because I spent quite a bit of money on it, and I moved all of that information into folders and labeled it, and put it into a crate that they had provided for me with folders. And so I prefer the binder system myself, but when I left the classroom, I took the binders with me that I had paid for with my own money and transferred it over, all the information over to folders to leave with the next teacher that was coming in the classroom. And so it was all organized and everything, and with the supplies that they had provided for me. So that's what I did. And so I found those binders, and so one of those binders I'm going to do Verta recipes in. And I have a project ready for me to do that. And so I'm looking forward to getting some of these projects done. Another thing also is that I want to do, like maybe an hour every day is, let me show you, hold on. Let me get it out here. I'll pull one out. I'll just pull a random one out. I have these kits, all right? They come from Temu. I'm going to admit to you, they come from Temu. And I love doing cross stitch. I don't know if you guys enjoy doing cross stitch, but I do. And these are kits that come with cross stitch. And yeah, some of them are written in another language, which is fine with me. I don't mind, okay? Cross stitch is universal throughout the world. And so I'm going to be working on these cross stitch because I bought these with the intention of getting them done for Christmas gifts. Or I could do them for a random drawing for you all. And so I'm looking forward to getting these done. And because it's a relaxing activity for me to do, and so I'm looking forward to doing that. Spend a little time every day doing that. And now Chico's curious about what was in there. I also enjoy doing diamond art. I do have 2 kits of diamond art that I actually did a video on using Temu's system. It's their system to do diamond art. And I haven't taken the time to spend 30 minutes every day working on it, or an hour 3 times a week. And so I'm planning on scheduling that in throughout the day and getting those things done. I enjoy doing those things. And so I plan on relaxing and chilling and doing those things. Do you guys have any, and gals, do y'all have any questions for me? I finished up my lemon lime. Now we're moving on to the coffee. This is decaf coffee, by the way. I'm going to look at the calendar. Hold on a minute. Let me look at my calendar because I put everything on my calendar. Today is the 2nd. Not this next Sunday, but the Sunday after, the 16th, I will be going to the winery. So that's a video that y'all should be looking forward to. Tomorrow, I have planned for me to do housework. That's my primary goal, is to do housework. Yes, Cheryl. Yes, I agree. And I had a lot of my patients when I was working in home health care during COVID. I had a lot of my patients doing diamond painting. And to be honest, I'm going to tell you where they bought them. They bought them from Temu. I have been purchasing things from Temu for quite a while. There's 3 sources that I would buy things from. I would buy things from Temu. I would buy things from Oriental Trading, because there's a lot of arts and crafts kind of things from Oriental Trading that when you buy it in bulk, like 12, and you break it down, it's sometimes less than $1 per craft. And so, and I like doing arts and crafts things. And so I used to buy that for my classroom, particularly from Oriental Trading, because Oriental Trading had deals for teachers in their classrooms. And one of the things that I had to teach is I had to teach art class in some places where I taught. Some of the school districts had art teachers, and some of them only had art teachers in middle school and high school. They did not have it in the elementary. It was up to the elementary teacher to work it in. And so I ended up teaching art to my students in some of the districts. And what I did was, my students enjoyed crafts. And so I would get all of my art supplies from Oriental Trading. And so yeah. And the third place is Dollar Tree. When Dollar Tree was $1, I could get quite a bit of stuff for my students on a really tiny budget. And oftentimes I would ask parents um, to donate, and they would. They would donate. I would tell them, I'm getting ready to do this kind of a project with your children, and this is how much it's going to cost for the project, and they would send the money. And so then I would head down to Dollar Tree when everything was $1, and I would charge, $1 plus whatever the tax was, and tell them this is how much it's going to cost. And then I almost got 100% almost every time that I did those things. And because I never made it anything that was very expensive, and I always made sure that there was enough for my students before I took the trip over there. Yes, I did, Randy. I do use, when I do salmon patties, I do use pork rinds as a binder instead of flour or breadcrumbs. Anytime that I make something like a meatloaf or salmon patties, or you can even do chicken patties, by the way, okay, with the canned chicken. You can do chicken the same way. You can make salmon patties, tuna patties the same way, if you don't know that, okay. And so it just takes, the salmon, the egg. You season it however you like. I like salt, pepper, and some parsley, onions, that kind of stuff. And then I use, instead of panko breadcrumbs or crackers, I use pork rind crunched up. And you can buy your own pork rinds and crunch them up in a bag, or you can buy it already ground up. I've got both. So that was a good question. Thank you, Randy. Do y'all have any questions? We are 32 minutes in to this live, and yeah, we are looking good. We are looking good. Hi, Ash. How are you doing? So I've covered quite a bit in today's video, in today's live. I do want to let you know that here's the thing. I did get off my diet, my eating plan. Okay, I don't call it a diet. I call it eating plan. I did get off my eating plan because of the stress of Chico going under the knife and being put out. And but the funny thing is that my glucose has not gotten as bad as it was when I first started. And I've not been out of ketosis, even though I got off my eating plan. And I'm going to tell you, it's coming up in a video, but I'm going to give you a little sneak peek just for showing up for Sunday's live. It was a mistake when I ordered on the McDonald's app. All right, so here's the thing that came across the feed on the McDonald's app. I earned a 10-piece chicken nugget free. All right, I earned it. And so I said, all right, okay, I'm going to take the 10-piece chicken nugget, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go 2 cheeseburgers without the bun, because I like my cheeseburgers, all right? So I did. I ordered 2 cheeseburgers without the bun, and what I thought I ordered was not what I ordered, because I went back and checked. What I ordered, and it was a mistake, it was my mistake, and it was delivered, so I paid the price for my mistake, but it allowed me to cheat big time. Okay. Hi, Grandma Teresa. It's good to see you. Hi, Teresa. as well. What I ended up with is two 10-piece chicken nuggets, two cheeseburgers without the bun, and the free chicken nuggets. So I had 30 chicken nuggets in the order. 30 chicken nuggets plus two cheeseburgers without the bun. That was delivered to my house because I earned a free delivery as well. And so I'm looking at this order going, oh my God. So I sat here, I'm going to tell you, it's on my eating plan what I did. It is written down. I had 15 chicken nuggets and one cheeseburger without the bun. I cheated big time. I was hungry, I was stressed out, and I knew what I was doing. I knew what I was doing. But what they tell me is that it's okay. Hop back on the wagon again. Get back on it as soon as possible. And so I allowed myself a cheat day. And it didn't like send me out of my ketosis. It didn't send me up to blood sugars at 165. It didn't do any of that, which I was quite shocked. Did it send me out of one day of my blood sugar not being in the what do they call it, pre-diabetic stage? I'm pretty sure it did. Okay, but we'll find out tomorrow when I get my report. We'll find out tomorrow. But yeah, I'm gonna admit to y'all, I do cheat. Okay, and I do write it down. I do show it to y'all. So you know that in this eating plan, even though I'm pretty strict on myself most days, 99% of the time, about once or twice a month, I have my days where I just stress eat. Now, notice that I didn't go and get one of the things that I have on my app that I haven't done is those iced coffees. Okay, but those iced coffees have too much sugar. And so I'm not doing the iced coffee. I have a free iced coffee on the app. A free iced coffee on the app on my phone. And I'm not doing that. All right, I'm not going to do that. It wasn't sugar. Was it carbs? Yes. The breading on the chicken nuggets, that's what did it. The breading on the chicken nuggets. Was it sugar? No, it was not. So it was the flour from the breading on the chicken nuggets. And so I know what I did, but I wasn't eating cake, or I wasn't eating ice cream or those kinds of things. I had chicken nuggets. All right. Any more questions or comments from the arena here? Well, I enjoy my coffee. By the way, this coffee is decaf coffee. And you know that chocolate, the cocoa stevia that I have sitting on my counter? I put a little bit of that in there, and a tablespoon of heavy whipping cream. And that's what I have in my coffee right now, in my cup right now. I do enjoy my coffee. Anybody have any more questions or comments? And like I said at the beginning, for those of you that were not here and didn't hear, is that these, you can see them right here and right here. Y'all see those? Those were gifts that I found in a crate like a tote that I had not opened for years. And so I've pulled those out. Those were gifts from my students, and I think I got 4 or 5 of those one year for Christmas. They must have been on sale or clearance somewhere. And all my students, 4 or 5 of my students, each one got me one. And so I pulled them out. They are the little bath gift sets. And so I'm going to be using them over the course of the next year instead of storing them for years. And so I'm going to be using them up. And that's the thing that I wanted to do, is to get into these totes that I have stored around my house. And anything that is anything that goes in a tote is now meaningful for me. Okay. And anything that I can use up, I will be using up. And I'm putting it in front of me so I'll use it. I put it in front of my face so I'll use it. So that's what works for me. All right, I see 29 people in here, and only 21 likes. So if you haven't liked my live, please do so. It helps. Hit that like button for me. I want to see the numbers up. I also wanted to let you all know that at the end of every month, this started with a viewer. At the end of every month, I am going to gift 5 people a membership. And I did that last month, and a viewer of mine gifted 5 people memberships. So I'm going to be doing that every month. I don't know if the other viewer is going to continue. I just appreciate that viewer for gifting. And if any of y'all want to help support the channel, you can hit that button on there that says money, and you can gift memberships. All right, it's just out there. I'm not asking you to do it, but I wanted to let you know where that comes from, where you can find it. I'm not asking for it. Don't think I'm asking for it. But anyway, I just want to let you know. I also want to let you know that I'm enjoying my Steam game that I got this year for Christmas, and it is Grocery Store Simulator. It is quite a bit of fun. I do set myself like 1 hour time limit to spend on it, and I give myself 1 hour the day that I decide to play it. I don't spend every day on it. But if I'm like, when I get done here, I'm probably going to sit down and play this for 1 hour. I'm going to set a timer for 1 hour, and I'm going to play for 1 hour. And because I learned the very first 2 days that I was on it that you can lose track of time within the game. So I set myself for 1 hour. And when the timer goes off, then I wrap everything up and get out of the game. And so, yeah. So I do enjoy it. It's where I'm at most of the time in the evening. For 1 hour. And then I do get out and socialize as well during the day. I want to let you know that it's just not on camera. All right. And so I've had people ask me, what's wrong? You just sit at home and game and do videos and don't get out and socialize? No, I do. I just don't put it on camera. And part of the reason is because the places where I go to socialize don't allow cameras. The senior center does not allow cameras. But I'll let you guys know that I'm going out. I'm spending time with people. And many of these people that are over at the senior center are people I went to school with, people I have been around and socialized with for years because I've lived in this community for a long time. And so These are my friends in real life. Okay. These are my friends out in the town. And so we get a chance to sit down and enjoy a meal together twice a month and do bingo. I get to go twice a week to go do some exercise classes, and there's a lot of other things that I could be doing out there. But those are the two things that I chose to start off with. I can go to karaoke if I want to. They do have karaoke there, and I could go do that. I don't have to like participate, um, but I can go and listen to my friends sing. I can do that. So I don't know what I'm doing with my mouth all crooked and stuff, but anyway, I'm rambling here, and I got 25 people watching me while I'm rambling. So I am going to this next week, tomorrow for sure, get my housework done, and I am going to start pickle. I'm going to pickle those cucumbers because I paid for them, so I'm going to pickle them. And I have 2 heads of cabbage in my refrigerator that really need to get used up. So I'm going to, I bought some sauerkraut. I think I bought 3 or 4 cans of sauerkraut because I have a recipe that I want to do. And this is the time of year for me to make my own sauerkraut. Oh, thank you, Gina. I appreciate that. And so, I'm going to be making my own sauerkraut tomorrow in the middle of doing all of my housework. And then at some point, it is February 2nd. So at some point, I am going to be decorating for Valentine's Day and getting some videos out about my Valentine decorations that I picked up from Temu. Because this is going to be, I want y'all to know that there's going to be a campaign going on with the items that I got from Temu. And I'm going to be working on meeting that requirement. And yeah, I'm going to show you the merchandise that I received. And so, and how I'm going to use it in my decorating my house. And I'm going to make short videos, 3 or 4 minute long videos on each item, so that you guys will have all the information on each item. And that takes a lot of work. It does. Believe me, it takes a lot of work because you have to set up all the cameras, set up everything, decide what you're going to say, and I don't script my stuff. All right, you all know I don't script pretty much anything, but there's certain things that I do have to put into the video to meet the requirements for it, and so I have to make sure that those elements are in there, and then I have to make sure it's at least 3 minutes long. And so, if you're wondering what goes into making those Temu videos, that's it. And I have to make sure all the elements are in there, or they reject them, because they've been rejecting some of my videos, and I'm slowly figuring out what it is that I have to contact them and say, what is it that I'm doing wrong? So that I can learn not to do that, or learn to do what I need to do. And that's what's ending up happening, is that I'm learning what I'm supposed to do. And so anyway, so in order for me to receive free merchandise, I have to put out videos that meet the campaign, that meet the requirements for the campaign. Does that make sense? And so I hope that makes sense to y'all. And so if not, they reject it and it doesn't go towards the campaign. I've wasted my time, my efforts. And so I want to make sure that I'm doing it correctly. It's a learning curve. And so anyway, any more questions, comments, answers, any more of that? Giving me some more thumbs up. I got 25 thumbs up and 28 people in here. Okay, so I got 5 more. Okay, I have 5 more thumbs up. And any of y'all that are in here, once you get done with this, if you will go and leave a comment down below, and it makes a difference. It does. It makes a difference. Share my videos with people that you know on Facebook, on Instagram, on all of those little those little places, okay, that you belong to. Let people know about my content. If you like it, chances are your friends and your family will like it as well. So, anyway, I'm up to 36. 36 people. Is it 36 or 26? 36 people in here. I need more thumbs ups. Come on, let's have some coffee. Mm-hmm. All right. Any more questions, comments, anything that you guys want to say and gals want to say to me? There is a link, oh, by the way, for you underneath this one for you to become a member of my channel if you want to. Um, it's only $2 a month to become a member if you want to. It's there. I'm not requiring it. But it's there. And the link is in the description. It actually shows up when I create this live. So I am going to call it an evening. I want to thank each and every one of you for coming out. We've been going for 51 minutes, so it's almost been an hour. And I don't see any more questions out there from anyone. So, and I've covered almost everything that I wanted to cover. And yeah, so I am going to call it an evening and sit here, enjoy my coffee, and finish up today's video that I'm working on, because I do have a video that I do make every Sunday along with this live. And so Sunday is actual double time for me. And so I'm going to finish up the video from today and get it ready and heading to upload. Not upload. I'm going to get it edited, and it kind of, my editing program kind of pieces all the little clips together for me and forms one giant video. And so that's why that editing process does take a little bit of time. So I'm going to do that this evening and get it processing overnight while I'm sleeping. And hopefully when I wake up in the morning, it'll be processed. And so y'all all have an awesome weekend and rest of the week. You know, I say awesome weekend. This is Sunday. So y'all have an awesome week. And I will see you on the videos that are coming up. You know, I'm here every day right around 6 o'clock in the evening. I have a video coming out every day right around 6 o'clock Central Standard Time. And so that's about the time that most of my viewers are online, and that's why I schedule everything at that time. So this time, an hour ago when this started, is when my videos come out. So look for them. Please also make sure that you are subscribed to my channel, because sometimes YouTube bumps people off. And so make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. Check. And if you want to be notified about my videos, hit the notification bell. It makes a difference. All of that makes a difference. And I will see you guys next week on my live. Y'all be blessed, because you guys bless me each and every day.